Okay, folks, this here is a 1996 Honda Accord. It has 208,119 miles right there. And, let's go ahead and start with the bad to get all of that out of the way. First thing, this thing's ugly. I don't know if you can see how many hail dings there are in that hood, but there's a lot. This was duct taped in at one point. It's been fixed now. It doesn't fall out anymore. It used to, but that's been done. Black mirror, missing trim. This, I believe the previous owner said it was rubbed up against a mailbox. Which it looks a little low for that, but I don't know. So that's that. More hail all down the right side of the car, or left side. It's all hail. And on the roof too. Nothing but hail. And all of these will be removed if they're not to your liking, but made fun of how ugly this thing is with all these bumper stickers. This is probably the best panel here, the rear quarter. It's got a slight ding right there, but other than that, pretty much every single panel. It's got blistered paint here on this door, and it's got a scrape here and a dent over there. He didn't tell me where those came from. He rear-ended. I guess he wasn't a very good driver. He rear-ended a pickup truck with a trailer hitch, so it dented this and it knocked out the grill. I still have like half the grill if you want it. I've got it with me. But now on to the good. The paint, as ugly as the body is, the paint, except for a few minor little details, the paint is actually really good. Normally it gets baked in the sun and blistered and all peels off, but this isn't like that. Cracked windshield. It's big upside down U, the windshield. Just being honest about that. And let's go on to the good. These are Falken ZX ZE329 tires. They've got about 8,000 miles on them. Call up a tire shop and ask them how much a set of these will set you back. They're not cheap. That's been done. It does have a stereo with an aux. It does kind of just sit in there because I got the stereo for free, and it didn't really have the little plastic piece to sit, just kind of sits in there. But it does have an aux. If you want to get a better stereo, that will be up to you if you want to do that. I don't know what your taste implies. If I got one, I would get a double din one, and you can retrofit and put a camera for the backup and all of that. I would do that, but if you just want a $59 one, that's what you want. I'll leave that for the buyer of the vehicle to decide what to do. I got this steering wheel cover. The steering wheel is kind of baked underneath it and blistered. It will come with this cover. The cruise control does not work. It's not hooked up. Interior wise, this car is very clean, actually. I just cleaned it. Original floor mats. I mean, there's no nasty tears in the seats or anything. I mean, I would rate this interior probably an 8 out of 10. They always crack right here in the center stack because it gets so hot down in the south. But this one's good. All the lights and everything work in it. There's the back carpets. That's what it is. You'll get it. I just changed the oil today. You'll get a tub with it when you buy it. Okay. So, now let's look at the engine. It is, in my opinion, one of the best engines that Honda ever made. I believe it's a D-Series F22. And, it's in great shape. It just works. The cruise control, I think this throttle assembly came out of one without cruise control. I'm not sure. It's just not hooked up. There's nothing. It just does nothing when you turn it on. Battery was manufactured October of 2015. I purchased this car in November of 2015. It had this air cleaner already on it. When I purchased this car, the day before I bought it, it had this battery put in it. It had brakes all the way around. It had a new valve cover gasket, because you can see kind of where it leaked all down here. And it had new plugs and wires because it was leaking into the spark plugs. And let's see, batteries, brakes, plugs and wires, and a valve cover. Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything that it had done to it. It now leaks no oil. It burns no oil. I've never had to add any between changes at all. This thing just works. You know, I changed the oil today. Actually, I'll go ahead and show how clean that is on the dipstick. Go ahead and get my paper towel. Well, not very good at doing this one-handed. There we go. Super clean. I mean, I changed it an hour ago. And the transmission fluid I actually did a week ago. It's this big little dipstick down here. Trying to find a clean part of the paper towel. That's a nice cherry red color. That's what it should be. I use only the genuine Honda automatic transmission fluid. They're very particular on it. And apart from that, I mean, the previous owner had the timing belt done, and you know, it's been very well taken care of its whole life, really. At least under here, not so much on the outside, but under the hood, it's been very well taken care of. And over here, you can see that's the empty quart containers of Honda genuine ATF DW1, which is the only thing you should use in a Honda. There's the old filter. This is the oil that is in it now. You know, it's not the best stuff, but you know, it works. It's a 21-year-old car. You know, if you change it enough, like I do, you don't have to worry about it. In here, this is the last change. I got the oil from O'Reilly's 205-701, and the one from today, 208-119. And I have some receipts from the tire place because I got an oil change and an alignment at the same time as I got the tires. There's another, I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Now, start it up. Power steering works just fine. Let's turn it all the way over so you can get a look at these tires. They're like that all the way around. These are basically brand new tires. Alright. And if anybody wants to know, hey, why are you selling this car? Because all the windows work. And, you know, it runs so good, why are you selling it? Well, that's why. Bought a new car. Used car, 2012. And I got that back from my dad, who was borrowing it the other day, and it's just a pain in the butt to have 3 cars because you got to move 2 to get to 1, and it's a pain in the butt, really, if I'm honest. Honesty hour, the SRS airbag light is on. Darrell Waltrip Honda thinks that it is a issue with the seatbelt buckle, whatever that is. They said that it's a common failure point on these, that it just they just said that it's a common failure point, and there's actually a recall on it, and technical service bulletin where they will fix it for free, but I have to pay $50 to get it scanned. If it's not that, then I'm either out the $50 if I don't want to fix it, but if it is that, then they refund the $50 and they fix the problem. So, okay. Doing my best to be as honest as I can about everything with this vehicle. Still runs good. These things are made to last. Made to last a long, long time. I'm not going to go too fast because we're in a neighborhood. But it does run. It does work. All the gears work. Reverse, drive, all of this. And even the little light on D4 that always goes out in these is working. This thing really has been well taken care of. Biggest reason I'm selling this car is the automatic transmission. The Sidekick is a manual, and I really like manuals, and that's why I want to keep that and sell this as opposed to the other way around, because it's getting hard to find parts for those things. But it's my first car and I love it, and I don't know, somebody offers me a stick shift 4-wheel drive pickup truck for trade, I might sell that too, but I don't know. Anyways, there's your 96 Honda Accord. You know, nothing wrong with it all, and it's ready to go. Go down the road. Put your kids in it. Put your, if you got a teenager that's in high school, be great for that. The windshield is kind of, if I was going to put my kid in it, I'd probably replace the windshield. That's not, that's all. But it's never bothered me. But if you want it to be perfect, yeah, you probably want to put a windshield in it. I've priced around. You can find them at Pull Apart. If they're good, they're good. But then who's going to put it in for you? You can get a brand new one for about $150. Again, that's something that I'll leave up to the buyer to decide. The windshield wipers, washers and everything, all that works. They're not the best wipers. I work in a warehouse, and this is just what, the cheapest things that they happen to have, and I just stuck them on there. They work okay. If you want to put, your wiper brand of choice, if you swear by, whatever wipers that you swear by, you want to put those on there, I'll leave that up to you as well. Kind of personal choice, personal preference on that kind of thing. But, back seats, if you got kids, all of this comes down. And, I forgot about this. At one point, this vehicle, according to the previous owner, was stolen. It's been rekeyed. This is not the same key, but this is the original Honda key that will work in the glove box, that will, work down there. It'll work in the trunk. But this key will work in the ignition and both doors. But I do have both keys that'll work. Well, I think that's about all. There's not much else to really say. Just a good running 96 Honda Accord.